Fnaf security breach, the most infamous Fnaf game. Well, is it? Anyway, this game came out to mixed feedback to say the least, and I personally have many issues with the game. Okay, I'm not afraid to say it. However, this video is not about all of these issues. It's about one. The game is not scary. But why? Why do these leave a spine-chilling feeling whenever you play them, but this one does not? That is what I am gonna try to answer in this video. Like, subscribe, and enjoy. When I played this game for the first time, the only time I was scared was when I was crawling through this vent. You know, fear of the unknown. I did not know what to expect, so it was scary. However, soon after, I realized that it's not scary at all. Why? Well, the jump scares are really predictable. And I know that jump scares are not the most respected method used in horror games, but if you're gonna use them, at least use them right. In the older FNAF games, the jump scares are mostly unpredictable, especially if you are playing the games for the first time and you don't know about certain mechanics, like that putting down the camera triggers Bonnie's and Chica's jump scare, for example. But jump scares like Foxy's and Freddy's are unpredictable, even if you know a lot about the games. In Security Breach, however, you see the animatronics walking over to you, and the jump scare is just predictable. What's the point of having jump scares if you can see them coming? Of course, this is not true for every jump scare. We have the map bot and the parts and service minigames, for example, and sometimes an animatronic might sneak up on you, most notably Moon and the endoskeletons, because they are much quieter than these animatronics. What I am trying to say is that a lot of the jump scares are really predictable, which kind of ruins the surprise aspect. These three have predictable jump scares. You can see and hear them long before they jump scare you, and they are the most common enemies in the game. So while the whole game is not like this, the majority is. I feel like having more unpredictable jump scares that catch the player off guard would lead to the game being scarier. Like for example FNAF 4. In this game you are constantly worrying about getting jump scared. Or at least I am. I have this stressful feeling that something might have snuck into my room and it may jump out at me at any moment. Okay. I know I talk about this in nearly every video I make, especially these ones, but I just have to mention it, okay? It's important. The uncanny valley aspect. What I liked about the first FNAF games was the uncanny valley. The animatronics looked really creepy. These robots aren't supposed to move. They have some human qualities such as their figure, but there is something off about them. They are not supposed to move, but yet they are. These are robots. We do not associate them with human behavior such as walking and moving. The scary part here being that they resemble humans. The way they make human sounds. We see life in something that is supposed to be lifeless, and then the lifeless thing slowly creeps closer to us. I like that we rarely saw the animatronics actually move. It added more to the uncanny valley. How did these things move? We did not know. It made the players question how the animatronics were capable of movement. I'm sorry for going on a pointless rant here, but the most important thing was that these animatronics look human. But we know that they are not supposed to be human. We know they shouldn't be able to move. So, how does FNAF Security Breach take advantage of the uncanny valley? I mean, the use of it was praised in the first FNAF games. It doesn't. Well, yes, the characters do resemble humans. There is a reason the furry community really likes Roxanne Wolf after all. These are just different. They lack the creepy characteristics of the animatronics from the first game. The animatronics are now too human. They have very fluid movement and we see them exhibiting human behavior such as searching for you. Yeah, the human aspects of the animatronics in the first game were what made them creepy. The difference here is that you did not expect these to move. They look lifeless, they are not supposed to move. But these, the uncanny valley is not the same, because these animatronics seem to be, well, designed for walking around. There is nothing weird about seeing them move. But these ones, the whole point is that they look oddly human and that they move around even if they are not supposed to. I feel like you seeing them physically moving also makes them less creepy. There is no longer this feeling of, how the hell did that thing just move? It's now just, oh yeah, this is totally normal. The robot was designed to move, and there's nothing weird about it. Well, besides it chasing you and trying to kill you. The uncanny valley is just gone from these characters. I mean, Glamrock Freddy talks to you like a real person, and acknowledges that he is a robot. Meaning that these robots can normally talk. If the characters in FNAF 1 would start speaking, I would not be nearly as terrified as I am. And you might try to argue that the animatronic speaking adds to the uncanny valley, because it showcases more of the human attributes. But no, I don't feel like that's what makes the uncanny valley creepy. There was a balance of human and not human. The animatronics in FNAF 1 looked human, but still had many unhuman characteristics, which made it creepy when they started moving. With these guys, they're leaning way too much into the human end of that spectrum. We talked about the uncanny valley of these guys, but now let's talk about their designs. The designs are not bad. I like them honestly, but they are not scary. They have these bright color patterns, and they're missing the uncanny valley aspect. Okay, I promise I won't speak about that anymore. I talked way too much about it. But of course, these main four aren't the only characters we have to deal with. We have the man, the myth, the legend, DJ Music Man. He's cool but not creepy. I'm sorry, my beloved. We have the endoskeletons. These have a fine design. I still don't think they are as creepy as the endoskeletons in FNAF 1 and FNAF 2, but I mean, it's not the end of the world, I hope. Moon is actually pretty creepy. I don't like the way he looks at me. His creepy grin paired up with his glowing eyes. It is actually a creepy design. However, I am so sorry, Moon, that I am never able to take you seriously because of this. Small side note, I feel like this is important because characters like the Endos and Moon were much scarier in Help Wanted 2, and yes, a big part of that is due to the VR headset. However, I feel like this game also used the characters in creepier ways. Seeing Moon slowly creep closer to you on the carousel was a really stressful experience that I don't wish to live through again. I feel like these characters work best like this. I mean, this is what FNAF is all about. Not running from your enemies, but about sitting there and defending yourself from them, while having no opportunity to escape. It's what made the game so scary. Personally, if a horror game gets annoying, that being maybe glitches that kill you constantly, or just annoying mechanics that make no sense, I lose my immersion. It's not as scary, and that is something I find in FNAF Security Breach. Thanks to these guys, these staff bots are plastered all over the Pizzaplex. There's so many of them, way too many. When they grab you, they do a little jump scare, which also gets annoying, and an animatronic is automatically teleported to you. This isn't scary, it's just frustrating for a bunch of these I'm sorry. I am recording the audio for this video. In my script, it doesn't say robots, it says Roberts. Let's go with that. It's just frustrating for a bunch of these Roberts with their weird movement pattern and infinite hitbox to just teleport an animatronic to you. It is unfun and I hate it when it happens. These guys are one of the biggest reasons FNAF Security Breach is a nightmare to replay, and play in general. If a horror game gets more frustrating than scary, that's bad. In addition to this, remember how I said the jump scares are predictable? Well, if you have an animatronic teleported right next to you, it's very predictable when the jump scare will happen, and the staff bot jump scares aren't scary. Maybe the first time they happen they are unexpected, but they quickly become frustrating too. Atmosphere. A big part of what made FNAF's horror so special in my opinion. And I have to give Security Breach some credit, because some of the areas have a creepy and unnerving atmosphere. Most notably the sewers. You never know what might be lurking inside the employees only section in Security Breach. Weird robot families, nightmarish broken robots. Even though some parts of the game have a creepy atmosphere, a lot do not. Many areas of the game are brightly lit with bright colors, and they are just not scary. The atmosphere here just isn't scary, it feels like a fun place, when in reality it should be a creepy building you're trapped in, where you're trying to survive from robots that are trying to kill you. This room just does not portray that. I have to admit that the Ruin DLC improved the atmosphere in this game by a lot. Steel really got their act together when it came to the atmosphere. However, this video isn't about Ruin. The atmosphere was just lacking. Sure, the game looks pretty good, and it does have a nice atmosphere, but not a scary one. I have to talk about the glitches. Like I said before with the frustration, glitches also take away immersion. I mean, the game just isn't as scary when it keeps breaking. Glitches also cause frustration, which take the player out of the experience. the game stops being scary and more infuriating. In conclusion, the predictable jump scares, lack of uncanny valley, and lack of creepy animatronic designs, frustrating gameplay, and the disappointing atmosphere of security breach made it, well, not scary. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Tell me your opinion in the comments below. This was GameSpeaking, and goodbye.